So welcome back to the Happiness Series and today's 6 of part 3. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, the essence of this practice, if you like, is really experienced when we take it beyond ourselves and we start to really focus on other people having a sense of happiness and enjoyment in their lives. When we do that, we start to experience a reflection of that. If we're focused on the enjoyment of others, but with a resentful mind, with an envious mind, with a greedy mind, then there's no way that we can share in that happiness. And of course, that works both way round. So it's important that we start to not only notice when the mind's being critical or judgmental, but we make an effort. It's a gentle effort as always, but we make a conscious effort to, I could even say, sort of to celebrate the happiness of others. So when somebody else kind of experiences something nice, we actually take the time to appreciate that for them, rather than sort of crossing our arms and thinking, well, that's not fair, I should have sort of had that, or actually stepping back from that mindset and saying, wow, that must be really nice. That's great. It sounds like such an obvious, an easy thing to do, and yet we're so not used to doing it. But when we're able to do that, every time we do that, we start to experience that sense of joy within ourselves, but we also strengthen it in terms of how easily we can feel it towards others. Essentially, we increase the stability of joy within ourselves. And we start to break down that barrier of wanting it for ourselves, but not so much for others. So just something to bear in mind, both in the exercise when you're doing this, but also in everyday life as well. But for now, you can just set yourself up in the usual way. And when you're ready, just beginning with some deep breaths. And with the next exhalation, just closing the eyes. Allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. As you just become more aware of the weight of the body, physical sensations, and the sounds around you. And now just bring the attention back to the body as you scan down from head to toe. So as you pause to reflect on your motivation today, just making sure that it's about today, why you're actually doing the exercise right now, what it is you're looking to learn or cultivate or develop through the meditation, and how that can benefit the people around you. And then if you haven't done already, just starting to pick up that movement of breath in the body, a rising and falling sensation. And just staying with that for the next few minutes. Remember, you can count the breaths as they pass if you find it easier. When you're ready, just beginning the visualization, as always, remind yourself of the qualities of that pinprick of light, the potential of it before you begin. Remind yourself of what that quality of enjoyment is. If it helps, reminding yourself of a time when you've enjoyed yourself, somebody else has enjoyed themselves, and you've taken pleasure in seeing that and using that as a trigger, that visualization to begin and to expand in every direction. And with the next out breath, you can just let go of that visualization now. Perhaps still aware of the feeling, but just allowing the mind to wander off and do whatever it wants to do. And now just bringing the attention back to the body, back to the contact between the body and the chair, the body and the floor. Just feeling the weight of the body. As you open your eyes, start to notice the sounds, the smells, that space around you. Noticing how you feel right now. And before moving in any way, just really being clear about the intention to be present throughout the day. The benefits of that, the benefits for you and the benefits for those around you. And when you've done that, you can just sit back in the chair. So, as you go through your day today, I'd like you to take yesterday's idea and just move it on a little bit. So, not only committing to looking for some good qualities in a person or a few people that you already like, that you find it quite easy, but maybe somebody who, you're not so interested in. So I won't say sort of disinterested or indifferent in a negative way, but just, you've never really kind of wished this person any particular happiness or joy in their life. Maybe just noticing them, considering how good that would be for that individual to have a greater sense of happiness, of enjoyment in their life, and noticing how that makes you feel. I think that's the essence of this. Of course, the wider motivation, we want other people to be happy. But it's recognizing in the context of this series how that affects our own sense of happiness, fulfillment, and satisfaction in life. When we start to broaden our own way of thinking, our own willingness and motivation for other people to be happy, noticing how that influences how we feel on a day-to-day basis, on moment-to-moment basis. And for most people, when they let go of the very self-centered or self-interested patterns of thinking, the mind starts to relax. Thoughts start to become softer, kinder, more malleable, more flexible. And we start to experience a greater sense of joy in our own lives. It really is that straightforward. So just looking